Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style Midweek. It's Wednesday. We've made it halfway through.
Yeah, we're almost to Friday, and of course getting closer to Balloon Fiesta too.
Yes, and we're going to also be having a celebration for a lot of the Jewish families out there tonight. We want to make sure to wish all of our Jewish viewers a very happy and healthy New Year. Of course, Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish New Year, and it is a two-night celebration. And really, overall, what it does is it celebrates hope. It's a holiday full of hope, and it is observed for tonight at sundown is when it begins, and into tomorrow. So, of course, we just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy, and have some apples and honey. That actually is the significance of a sweet year ahead. So if you're going to someone's house for the holiday or you don't know what to bring in, that's a really nice little treat that we add to the dinner. So in the meantime, if you are headed out throughout the day, we should start off the day with some weather.
Yeah, here's a look at your forecast. All right, if you're heading out, you're still going to want to grab the allergy meds today. Pollen forecast here. A medium high today and tomorrow. Friday getting worse as the winds start to pick up toward the end of the week. Another cold front heading our way. And right now it's mainly the ragweed and even juniper in the air. So if you're allergic to that, you definitely want to grab some more of those allergy meds that you had out the door. Skies right now mainly clear. It's a beautiful start to the day. We'll be looking at dry conditions for today. A little warmer too. Highs in the upper 70s to the north, 85 in Albuquerque, and then topping out in the low to mid 90s out across the east. Cold front washes out today, so that means fewer storms around. Just a slight chance of a few spot storms down in the Sacramento Mountains and the Gila. Otherwise, partly to mostly sunny skies, and temperatures actually a little bit above average. Tomorrow, the next cold front moves in. That's going to mean breezier conditions as we head into the evening and better chances of rain across the northern mountains and the northeast. And that front's going to linger into Friday, so even the chance for a few spot storms for Albuquerque as we head toward the end of the week, and then eventually cooling off. So for today, tomorrow, mainly dry, highs in the mid-80s, getting a little breezier tomorrow afternoon. Showers and storms are in the forecast in the afternoon Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but just a small chance for that. And Balloon Fiesta right now looking a-okay, just a slight chance that we'll see a shower storm.
Here's hoping to that for sure. Now let's begin the day with a look at today's headlines. First of all, opponents of a new Walmart proposed at Coors and Montano can speak their mind tonight. They'll have an opportunity as the retail giant is eyeing this prime piece of property for their 11th Albuquerque store, and that doesn't include Rio Rancho. Now, neighbors say they don't want Walmart because they are concerned about increased traffic and crime, and that the chance that trash from the store would blow into the bosque. So we'll see what happens. Plans for the proposed store will be unveiled at the meeting tonight, as mentioned. That's going to be at Cibola High School from 6 to 6:30, followed by public comment, which is limited to 2 minutes per speaker.
The Rio County Commission has voted against a resolution that would ban government ceremonies at churches. The ACLU wrote a letter to Sheriff Dan Houston last month saying a graduation ceremony held for his cadets at Legacy Church violated the separation of church and state. The sheriff says he's not trying to impose religion on anyone, just looking to save the county some money.
Yes, and immigrant advocates in New Mexico are now set to launch a new campaign aimed at countering what they say are anti-immigrant attacks. The advocates start their We Are All One New Mexico Truth Tour today. That's going to be in front of Albuquerque's downtown library. And the campaign says immigrants will share personal stories to promote immigration reform and counter-attempt to roll back state laws that they feel will benefit the immigrants.
A group of New Mexico screenwriters, producers, directors, and actors are shooting a new film in Rio Arriba County. The New Mexico Film Office director says the movie, called Blaze You Out, is shooting for 4 weeks and will employ at least 80 crew members and more than 100 principal and background talent from New Mexico.
That's great.
Blaze You Out is about 2 sisters struggling to make a living in an Esperanza Valley community that has been suffocated by generations of heroin use. But good to see that coming.
Great. Hopefully good for the economy. And it's been a year since famed Albuquerque balloonist Richard Abruzzo died in a crash off the coast of Italy.
And as this year's Balloon Fiesta approaches, his widow Nancy talks for the first time about her husband, her family, and her hopes. Here's News 13's Dean Staley.
Why is that man in the zebra suit blowing his whistle and pointing his thumb in the air, asks Robert.
Nancy Abruzzo is taking these Albuquerque third graders to the Balloon Fiesta without ever leaving the classroom.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count them all, laughs Nikoi. Don't you feel that way? There's so many balloons going up, huh?
When Nancy talks about ballooning, she is talking about her family.
We really feel Fiesta as an extension of our family. We feel a lot of love there, a lot of healing there, and a lot of Richard there. So any aspect of that in a lot of ways brings comfort. You know, it is hard, and
hard to lose the center of a family.
Have fun, kids.
On September 25th last year, Richard Abruzzo set off from Bristol, England, as part of the Gordon Bennett gas balloon race. It's the sport's most prestigious event, and a race Richard and his co-pilot, Carol Reimer Davis, won in 2004. Richard was carrying on a ballooning legacy that started more than 30 years ago with his father. Ben Abruzzo was the first to cross the Atlantic in a balloon in the Double Eagle II in 1978. Later, Richard Abruzzo broke his father's endurance ballooning record when he sailed with Troy Bradley from Maine across the Atlantic to Morocco. Richard Abruzzo was extending his own legacy last year when bad weather ended his battle for victory and his life. In the days that followed, Nancy Abruzzo's priority was her children, 13-year-old Mary Pat and 8-year-old Rico.
Rushing to my children and really explaining to them how lucky they were to have a father that followed his dreams and lived with passion and lived life every day. Coming from New Mexico, we are people who think and live with their hearts, and there's an enormous amount of faith and hope. And so we felt the energy during this horrific tragedy. Okay, so you have everything you need. You feel completely supported in getting those girls there and what we need. Okay.
These days, she is turning her energy to the upcoming Balloon Fiesta, volunteering as a ballooning ambassador, and pouring her efforts into a permanent Lost Balloonist tribute at Balloon Fiesta Park, part of the city's upcoming bond issue.
I've been really excited to have a project and a place to put my pain, and that's with a place that Richard loved and we adored and is a true gem in this city, the Balloon Museum and the Fiesta Park.
With her work at the museum,
so I need 3 mediums before you take them off.
And in the classroom,
okay, take 2 pieces.
Nancy Abruzzo is turning her heartache into hope.
Almost. He needs a little more weight. To carry that, why me, that's a heavy load to carry. And so I've always looked at it, why not us? You know, God's provided for us. He will continue to provide for us. He's placed us in a community that has embraced us and prayed for us and has helped us heal.
And that was Dean Staley reporting. Be sure to join us all week next week for special Balloon Fiesta coverage from the field. I'll be live from 5 to 7 a.m. on KRQE News 13. Then Diane Anderson will join me for more balloon coverage from 7 to 8 on Tucasa Fox.
And then stay with New Mexico Style for more from the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. That will be, of course, from our regular time, 8 to 9 right here on Tucasa Fox.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Fun. So excited.
A different setting, and excitement in the air for sure. And we'll, of course, keep you posted, so you don't want to miss it. In the meantime, we want to talk about some interesting things going on in Hollywood today.
Absolutely.
The involuntary manslaughter trial of Michael Jackson's doctor, Conrad Murray, kicked off with stunning audio of the pop star before his death.
TMZ correspondent Gary Trock joins us with details of Dr. Murray's day in court.
Yes, good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Well, you know, we heard some dramatic testimony yesterday. Can you give us a recap of what happened in court and also what we can expect to happen today?
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely interesting yesterday. We had the opening statements from the prosecution and the defense. Prosecution, their stance is that Dr. Murray was negligent with Michael Jackson, that he knew that Michael was sick and he didn't do anything to, you know, help him, and that he played a big role in his death. You mentioned that audio they did play in court yesterday. So this was a recording of Michael that Dr. Murray took on his phone weeks before Michael died. And the audio is crazy. I mean, Michael sounds heavily sedated. Oh. He's under the influence of some unknown drug, but there the prosecution side is that Dr. Murray knowingly took this, knew Michael was sick, but wasn't doing anything to help him as his doctor. Big problem. The defense, they are holding fast that Michael killed himself. They're saying that, you know, Michael gave himself a toxic cocktail of drugs and that, you know, Dr. Murray loved Michael, and they're going to be presenting witnesses that were Dr. Murray's former patients that are going to be testifying that he's a great doctor and that he would never do anything like this. Another interesting thing is the prosecution showed a photo yesterday of Michael Jackson on a gurney. Appears to be a death photo of him. Now, it was extremely crazy. The family was in the courtroom when this was shown, and we're told that they got pretty emotional. But the prosecution used this as like the backing of like their PowerPoint. This photo, you know, is this chilling photo that you see as they're describing, you know, Michael in his last days. So it was interesting. They also had Kenny Ortega. He was the first witness. You know, he basically testified that Michael was not doing well in the weeks leading up to his death, saying that he seemed very sick and frail. And he said that Kenny actually approached Dr. Murray about Michael's condition, and Dr. Murray blew up at him and told him he didn't know what he was talking about, and was, you know, he berated him and, you know, got very hostile. So these are definitely painting some interesting pictures for the jury. Going forward, you know, today we're going to see more witnesses called. We're going to see, you know, both sides trying to build their case. It's, you know, I'm sure there'll be some fireworks with all the people involved. You know, Jackson had a lot of crazy people around him in life and in death.
Now, which side would you say maybe had the stronger start? Do you have an opinion on that?
I thought you know, I actually thought the prosecution did really well yesterday. I thought the defense was a little long-winded, but you know, I haven't, you know, it's very hard, you know, they're trying to mount this you know, hard defense, and with Michael, because he was loved by so many people, it's going to be very hard to sway the jury. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what tactics are pulled out and what the witnesses are going to do.
Well, the problem is, of course, he had a lot of enablers around him. So I guess we'll see how it all unplays and unfolds, and of course we'll catch TMZ with all those details. Thank you so much for the update, Gary. We appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Take care.
Thank you. And of course, you can catch TMZ weeknights right here at 5:30 on 2 Casa Fox for all the updates. You know, I mean, everybody loved Michael Jackson. You know, no matter what you thought of his lifestyle and his choices, his music will live on forever, that's for sure, and his pop stardom. In the meantime, also, let's let that sunshine live on. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see more of it today. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Highs stay in the mid-80s again tomorrow, and then spot storms in the forecast as we head into the weekend. A little cooler, too. Highs in the upper 70s right now. Our rain chance is looking slim this weekend, but better chances of rain moving in for your Monday and Tuesday.